Hello parents, today we're going to talk about constant of proportionality, direct variation, and slope. Basically the learning for today is that constant of proportionality or direct variation is slope, except that one of the points is 0, 0, or the line starts at the origin. Just as a quick review, slope that can be represented by m is the same thing as rise over run, or the change in y over the change in x, or y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. If you are unfamiliar with this, I have a video that explains how to calculate slope from 2 points. You can search my channel for that video. But as I stated earlier, constant of proportionality is slope, but the problem may give just 1 point. For example, the problem may state, what is the constant of proportionality if you sell 30 burgers in 10 hours? It may even tell you exactly which one is the independent variable x and which one is the dependent variable y. And from this information, you have to calculate the constant of proportionality, or sometimes called k. There are a number of ways you can calculate this, and the teacher may give you a formula such as k is equal to y over x. Well, in this case, this is a very simple calculation. You just plug in the numbers, and you get a constant of proportionality of 3. Well, as I stated, constant of proportionality is slope, and here you have a point which is 10 and 30. And now you can use the slope formula to also do the same calculation, where y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, and one of the points is 30, and another point is 0 over 10 again over 0, which is 30 over 10, which again is 3. Another term for constant of proportionality is direct variation. And the way you calculate direct variation is you have this formula, which is y is equal to kx. And based on the information given, you would just plug in the numbers. 30 is equal to k times 10. You divide both sides by 10, and therefore k is equal to 3. If you notice, these two formulas are very similar, but unfortunately there isn't a consistency as to how teachers teach it, so therefore your child may see the formula in this format, or basically the same formula, and it is the same formula as slope. If you graph this, you can see that when x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0. When x is equal to 10, y is equal to 30. And now you can see that the constant of proportionality is a straight line where it rises 30, 10, 20, 30, and then it moves 10. Another problem related to constant of proportionality or direct variation is to identify which graph shows a constant of proportionality. So to give another example, they may have a graph that looks like this, or they may have a graph that looks like this. And with all of these problems, constant of proportionality or direct variation starts at the point 0, 0, and therefore this graph illustrates a direct variation while this graph does not, but the line may have the same slope. In this case, 30 over 10 or 3, or I didn't draw the line exactly the same, but even though the slope is the same, one identifies a direct variation versus the other one shows that it crosses the y-axis at a different point other than the origin. The reason why I'm making this video is that students today have too much to learn, and it is important to make it easier for them to understand these concepts. One way is to find similarities or make something that looks unfamiliar familiar, or find connections. Instead of learning three different concepts of constant proportionality or direct variation or slope, it may be more important for your student to understand what slope is and apply that concept to the other two. If they know slope really well, it will be easy for them to calculate any one of these, because in actuality there's less math or less arithmetic in calculating a direct variation relationship or constant of proportionality. So I hope that you can help your child understand three different concepts by just learning one, and basically that all you really have to tell them is that constant of proportionality or direct variation is slope, except that it starts at 0, 0, or the line crosses the point 0, 0. In making these videos, I hope that you will always keep in mind that there is no such thing as a math person or a math brain, and your brain is constantly evolving, so it's never too late to learn math. Thank you for watching.